FM News Talk 97.1.
On-demand audio.
All right, right now I want to welcome in Wayne Allyn Root. Love having Wayne on the show. Wayne, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. You know, it's a shame that our athletes down in Rio didn't get training from the Clintons because they would have known how to get away with this. Much
kidding.
Better. Why didn't they have Hillary coaching them on how you scam? You know, they could have gotten away with this, and no one would have ever known the difference when you learn from the best.
It depends on what the definition of is when it comes to robbing a gas
station. It depends on the definition of treason and bribery and extortion and running a Gambino crime family enterprise called the Clinton Foundation. When the media's on your side, you can get away with anything. The bodies can pile up and nobody cares. The Clintons should give lessons to organized crime.
It's amazing, and we see it every single day in the media. You're absolutely right.
Incredible. I mean, listen, I figured out the scam, by the way. I know the scam, the media scam, which is every time Hillary talks or Obama talks or even Bernie Sanders in the past, nobody ever covers his speech, and every word's on camera, and every word's dissected, and every sentence, if there's one sentence out of place, you make it the leading headline in the news. You could destroy anybody that way. That's how they're making Donald Trump look foolish and offensive. Hillary says offensive things, but nobody's ever there to record it, and if they were, they'd bury it and never let you see it. But with a Republican, but in particular a real different kind of Republican, a maverick like Donald Trump, who they must destroy because he's going to take all their power away in D.C., you record every single second, every word, every sentence at every event, and he's going to be tired, and he's going to be a little careless, and somewhere in his fourth event of the day is going to be a throwaway line that means nothing, that was meant to be funny, and they're going to make it into he's charging that we should assassinate Hillary, or he's saying something offensive against a group, and you make that the lead story on the evening news. But did anyone ever pick apart Bernie Sanders' speeches? Can you imagine what he must have said at Bernie Sanders rallies when the media wasn't covering him, with the audience filled with communists and Marxists and Bolsheviks? Can you imagine what Bernie said? And it would have gotten blamed on Hillary and the Democratic Party, but they never, ever recorded every word. They didn't look to destroy him. They're looking to hang Donald Trump.
Bernie Sanders could have been the nominee of the Green Party. I listened to a little bit of Jill Stein and her comments yesterday. I can't believe that there are people that are actually going to vote that direction, but we saw it with Sanders. It just amazes me, Wayne, when we see that. But what I wanted to ask you about today was this demand on the part of Hillary Clinton, the Clinton campaign, to get Donald Trump to release his taxes.
Oh, what do I think he should do?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I wrote a commentary. I guess you saw it. And before I even answer that, I want to say one other thing, because I want to get people a little excited and positive. I'm a guy who excites people, okay? And by the way, my new book's coming out on Tuesday. Speaking of excitement, I didn't even think of mentioning that to you. My new book comes out Tuesday, Angry White Male, already #1 new political release at Amazon. It's not even out yet, and it's #1 in the country. And it's about the Trump phenomenon, and it's about 40 million angry, motivated white males that I believe will push Donald Trump to victory. And the proof is in the polls. Has this not been the worst 3 weeks in the history of politics? It has.
Sure.
Donald Trump's had the worst 3 weeks ever. And the latest polls show he's down 1, he's down 2, he's down 2, he's down 3, he's down 2. That's the latest 5 polls. That's all within the statistical margin of error, meaning he's tied. In the 5 most recent polls after the worst 3 weeks in history, he spent 0. Hillary spent $100 million. The press is 100% on her side. Everything's gone wrong, and he's tied. If you don't think that means he's going to run her over the next 80 days, I don't even think this is going to be close. And Hillary's got to worry about, WikiLeaks any day between now and November 8th dropping a bombshell that will just blow her to smithereens and destroy her whole campaign. They've got all the emails. There's no question in my mind. Her 32,000 deleted emails are in their hands, and they've saved the best for the week before the election. And she knows that. And that's why she's having medical episodes. Stress does that to you. She's a dead woman walking. And I don't mean that in a physical way. No one say that Wayne Root threatened her life. I didn't. I mean as far as her political career. She's done, and she knows it, and we're going to win this thing, and we're going to steamroll her the way that Trump won the last few primaries and steamrolled the Republican Party primaries.
Yeah.
I think it's not even going to be close. I really do. I'm feeling fantastic based on where we are right now. I wouldn't trade my position for hers. Let's put it that way. She's the one that should be panicking.
The funny thing is kind of ironic. Today she's meeting with 11 law enforcement leaders from across the country. And ironically, as recently as 4 or 5 weeks weeks ago, any one of them could have served an arrest warrant on her had this gone the right way.
They would arrest her on the spot, but don't forget she's got illegal aliens going door to door. That's her campaign trick. Is illegals, dreamers, she calls them. But that's another way liberals who are tied in with Hollywood can create names that distract you and fool you. Another word for dreamer, which is such a nice word, is illegal.
Right.
She's got illegals going door to door who are not American citizens, who are here illegally, who are dropped here by their parents illegally, and she's got them going door to door campaigning for her. Once again, that's where the police could go find where all the illegals are. You want to arrest people, they're going door to door for Hillary Clinton.
Just show up at a Clinton rally.
That's
you can just round them up.
There. You know what? I once said the key to a Clinton rally is nobody should ever say the word work, and then you might actually have someone there. You'd scare them all away if you actually said something about work. It's the entire Democratic Party is people who don't want to work for a living. Well, I work 16 hours a day. That's why I'm an angry white male. I'm supposed to work all day long so I can give half my money to the government, and they can hand it out in welfare and food stamps and aid to dependent children and free school and Medicare and Medicaid and free Obamacare and free Obama phones and free contraception. Oh, my God. How come I'm supposed to work all day? Why don't one of you get off your butt? That's why I'm an angry white male, and that's why there's 40 million of us, and that's why we're going to win this election, because we're sick of this. Why should I be the enemy because I'm a business owner and I make money and I'm white, I'm straight, I'm Christian, and I'm male? Does that mean I should be number one most wanted on the FBI's list? Because that's what America's become under Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, and I think it's time we speak out and speak out proudly. I'm proud and I'm honored to be in the greatest country in world history and to be with the greatest system, capitalism, and that's why I'm an angry white male, because I want to save it, and these people are trying to destroy it.
I don't know where the disconnect is, but yesterday I had a conversation with the guy I bought a set of tires from my vehicle, and I'm in there and I'm like, he said, you know what I can't find right now? I'm like, what? He said, people who want to work.
See?
He said, I'm offering people $75,000 a year to work here as mechanics, and they'll walk out and tell me I don't work Saturdays.
Right.
They don't want to work.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Why would you? Because the way the system is set up is that you make more money by staying home. Because, see, if you work and you make 75, you're going to owe 30 in taxes. Right. All that's left is 45, and then you're supposed to pay 25 for Obamacare. You wouldn't have money to live on. But if you get free Obamacare, and you don't pay any taxes because you don't pay taxes on welfare and food stamps and 20 other government programs, all of that is free, and your phone is free, and your health care is free, and your contraception's free. You're better off collecting $60,000 in entitlements, paying no taxes on it, and then getting free health care than you ever were working for $75,000 a year. And therein lies the whole problem, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Mitt Romney nailed it with his 47% comment, I think, a few years ago. Nobody wanted to admit to it. It may be higher than that.
But there it is again. That's my whole theory. See, they followed Mitt around, and they got every line, and if they find one that's out of place that you can use and take out of context, destroy him and hang him with, they do it, and that's fine. That's all fair if you're doing it to the other side, too. But the media will never do that to Obama or Hillary or anyone on the Democratic ticket. So what you've got is just a completely unfair press. I don't know what else to say. We're a banana republic now because the media reports to Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, and it's just an embarrassment.
Well,
but to answer your question, the Trump tax return challenge. It's very simple. I'll sum it up in one single paragraph. Perfect response for Donald. I'll release my tax returns immediately, on the spot, right now, as soon as Hillary gives me the okay that she's released her 32,000 deleted emails and all of her Clinton Foundation records and the transcripts of her speeches to Goldman Sachs, where she gave away the entire America and all your taxpayer money to the people on Wall Street, but she can't tell you that, and her authenticated medical records. When we can see records that are real, that show you what's really wrong with her brain and whether she has Parkinson's disease, at that point, with all of that released, I'll release my records. And if she won't do it, you're off the hook, and you don't have to release anything. And she's the bad guy because she won't release much more important stuff than a tax return. What do I give a crap about Donald Trump's tax return? I don't. What am I going to see on it? He made $200 million last year. Maybe I'll see he didn't pay a lot of taxes. Great. God bless him. He's smarter than me and you. So I'm not worried about his tax return. I'm worried about Hillary's medical records and her 32,000 emails and her Clinton Foundation records. I'm telling you, she committed crimes and she can go to jail, and that's why she deleted them. That's how you flip it all against Hillary Clinton.
Well, tell me your take on the new people added to the campaign. Do you know either of them?
Yeah. I know Steve Bannon. Bannon really well. I don't know Kelly, but I know of her. I've watched Kelly Conway many times on TV. I think she's great. Steve Bannon's the head of Breitbart, and I write for Breitbart, so many times a week I interact with Steve Bannon. I think it's great. I now have someone to send all my advice to that I know will be handed to Donald now for sure. I've done it for a year and a half, but I never know what gets to him or what doesn't unless he responds, which he does. Usually once a month I'll get a thank you note for something I wrote. But now I know I can hand it to Steve Bannon. I know it'll go directly to Donald. So it's fantastic news for me. I think it's just none of it matters because in the end, he's made a lot of mistakes. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have said. The press is out to destroy him. He spent no money. Hillary spent $100 million. He's changed campaign staff 12 times the way I change socks in the morning, and he's still tied in every poll, which means he's going to blow her out of the water come November.
Oh, I hope you're right. I really do.
I hope I'm right, too. But I do believe we're doing really good, and I do believe all the signs are there for a big victory. I'm not going to hang my hat on a landslide. I'm thrilled if he wins by one vote. All we got to do is win, so don't worry about whether it's big or small. And I think we'll win, and I think we'll win because we've got 40 million angry, motivated white males. Who said that? Not Wayne Root in my new book, Angry White Males. Nope. Michael Moore, the liberal filmmaker, on Bill Maher's show on HBO 3 weeks ago said, I believe Trump's going to win, and the crowd booed him. And he said, I don't want him to win. I'm just telling you what I think because of 40 million angry, motivated white males. And so a lot of people are thinking, even on the left, what I'm thinking, there's a lot of angry people out there, and they're not all Black Lives Matter protesters. There's some angry white males out there. We are mad as a hornet's nest of bees. And I'm telling you, we're sick of being stepped on and crapped on, and it's time to take our country back. And I don't mean that as a white person. I mean as a middle-class taxpayer and small business owner, it's time to take my country back. And if you're black, and if you're Asian, and if you're Hispanic, and you own a business, you're with me. You should be on my team because we all need to take the country back. They're screwing up you, too. There's no way to make money or create jobs anymore in Obama's economy, and Hillary wants a third term of Obama. It won't work. It won't last. The country won't stand. We've got to take it back. We got to start here. It's got to be Trump. As I said in my book, it's God, guns, gold, tax cuts, term limits, and Trump. The 3 Gs and the 3 Ts. That's how you take America back.
Wayne Allyn Root, the book is Angry White Male. You can get it on Amazon right now. It officially is being released August 23rd. Tuesday, next week. So people can pre-order it now. It's I can't wait to read it.
They're delivering it now. So if you order it today, you'll have it tomorrow.
Awesome.
It's cool, and it's the #1 new release, political new release at Amazon as we speak right now.
We'll get it. Your website is Root for America. Wayne, thanks for your time.
Mark, always great to be on with you. God bless.
Yep,
Thank you.
have a great day. Thank you very much. He's a tornado of enthusiasm. I love getting Wayne Allyn Root on here. Gives you hope.